It came down to the final few minutes, but in the end, the Oregon Ducks outlasted a shorthanded Arizona State team 75-64. He's Hood Rubino. I'm Zach Keenan on court at Desert Financial, where even Remy Martin's 30-piece wasn't enough for the Sun Devils tonight.
Yeah, it really wasn't, and obviously the story going into this game is really how shorthanded ASU has been, and sometimes there's bad luck and sometimes there's dumb bad luck. So Bobby Hurley told the media after the game that when he addressed the media the other day, he said they had the best 40 minutes of practice they had all season long. What happened after those 40 minutes of practice is really the story going into this game and the story of the game, because he said that one by one, Josh Christopher, Marcus Bagley, Chris Austin all went down with injuries. Obviously, Bagley and Austin not playing tonight. You already have an undersized ASU team absolutely depleted in its front court. Josh Christopher did play tonight, had another injury, this time to his lower back. The lower leg injury is what he suffered at practice on Wednesday. So he, for the first time this year, did not score even 1 point. Bottom line, when you're already shorthanded and Josh Christopher has the unfortunate injury tonight, just way too steep of a mountain for Arizona State to climb against a very good Oregon team that had all of its missing players from recent weeks back.
Eugenio Moruyi and Chris Duarte combined for 36 points tonight. Why couldn't ASU find an answer to them?
Well, I mean, Chris Duarte showed that he really had no rust to knock off. I think when he scored 16 points, he was perfect from the field, perfect from three-point range at that point. Just one of the best players in the Pac-12 that is just impossible to stop when he's on his game. And I think, again, it just really comes to like the lack of firepower from Arizona State. Obviously, Remy Martin had a huge game, so he showed that just like Chris Duarte, when he's on his game, he's impossible to stop. But really the supporting cast, or the lack thereof, is the story of this game. Oregon, as you mentioned, did have the supporting cast around Chris Duarte. With Arizona State, with the struggles of Christopher, again, really mainly due to injury. Alonzo Verge really did not play well. And really, when you look at any other player that's on the floor tonight for Arizona State, if those players cannot be that supporting cast for Remy Martin, then really Arizona State offensively is going to be challenged all night. So really no surprise, again, with the injuries, with the players that were not here tonight, that Arizona State struggled as much as it did. We did see those reoccurring, frustrating themes of isolation ball, hero ball, not a lot of movement on offense. And sure, on the one hand, we can probably chalk it up to just because of the lack of bodies that Arizona State maybe resorted to play that style. But I guess the contrarian view would be, well, if you're really down that many bodies, maybe this is the night that you really have to make sure that you're making right decisions, good shot selection, and really moving the ball around the perimeter and really getting the best shot possible. That really wasn't the case tonight. And I can understand, even Remy Martin, he scored 30 points, but there were a lot of possessions, especially in the first half. He really tried to do too much. I think the same can be said about Alonzo Verge at times. And Arizona State, again, just the recurring theme of just having really bad, dumb luck. Sometimes it's COVID. Sometimes it's just your traditional ankle injury like Marcus Bagley and Chris Austin suffered. And, again, just way too many bodies missing for Arizona State tonight to even have a okay offensive night. Oregon wins the game, leading ticker to ticker. Arizona State only tied the game twice all night long, 2-2, 19-19. And really wasn't really able to do a whole lot much. Again, just way too many obstacles in their way.
You mentioned shooting. Remy Martin was 9 for 22 from the field. Alonzo Verge Jr., 2 for 12. Was there anyone that really surprised or made you excited on the offensive production side for the Sun Devils?
I would say maybe Jalen Graham at points, but with Jalen Graham, you had the early foul trouble. Again, something that we're not foreign to witnessing this season. And I think maybe that took him out of his game a little. Although I think he played one of his better games, even though I think he was on a really good run up until tonight. I think that really when it came to Alonzo Verge, when we talk about that isolation ball, really trying to do too much, I think he might have been the biggest culprit of that style. again, you can kind of understand it just because when you have so many players missing or just not playing well due to injuries, you really feel have to do a little too much. But on the other hand, sometimes you really have to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. And I think that Alonzo Verge at times probably did not make the best decisions, but he's definitely not alone in that category. I think just a lot of players, again, not named Remy Martin, were just not able to have a good offensive game, and really looked for Remy Martin to bail them out. And ASU was able to bring down the deficit all the way down to 10 points in the second half, but I think they just really ran out of gas. And that's really just the story of the game. When you're that shorthanded and you're playing a team as well as Oregon, which did get back Chris Duarte in a very untimely fashion for the Sun Devils, that's why you see Arizona State losing tonight.
Now, this was actually one of the first games of the season where Arizona State has out-rebounded their opponent. They did it by only one board. Was there anyone that impressed you on the glass tonight? Yeah,
I would say Kimani Lawrence with his 12 rebounds did well. Josh Christopher, I think, had 5 rebounds, even though really struggled offensively, was able to contribute somewhat on the boards. But I think the other side of the coin, Zach, is that Oregon shot 50% in the second half. When you're shooting that well, maybe there's not that many chances for rebounds to begin with, and thus ASU maybe was able to post the most unlikely stat of them all. Like I said, Bagley not playing, Austin not playing, even Pablo Divisa, the true freshman, was out due to COVID protocol. So, yes, some players did step up in the rebound department. Even on the offensive side, ASU was able to hold an advantage at least deep in the second half. But again, the way Oregon was shooting the ball, they would gladly take the L, if you will, in the rebound category, because again, they led this game ticker to ticker. The game was really never in doubt. Even when the ASU brought it all the way down to 10 points, again, you just felt that they exerted so much energy on defense that didn't have that much left in the tank on offense. So nice to see ASU fighting until the end. I know Bobby Hurley said that they have a trophy full of moral victories this year, and maybe this game in some respects goes down as one of those. But again, I think the rebounding is a good sign to see a team not giving up and not really having tonight be a total embarrassment. But again, Oregon, the way they were shooting the ball, especially in the second half, 12 out of 30 beyond the arc. They wouldn't mind at all if they lost the rebounding battle, because they won so many other statistical battles on Thursday night.
Yeah, Arizona State played well, and there were some positives out of tonight's game. For one, rebounding, the defense looked good. They just have to carry those on. The next game Sunday up against Oregon State, avoiding a sweep of Oregon schools. That tip off on Sunday at 5 p.m. Make sure you tune in for that. And in the meantime, keep it locked in on Twitter at DevilsDigest for more men's basketball updates. He's Hoder Rubino. I'm Zach Keenan. We'll see you next time.